Well, Norman Afzal Simons will be released on Thursday. He's the man to be believed the Station Strangler, a child serial killer on the Cape Flats. He was convicted for kidnapping, raping and murdering a 10-year-old Alroy van Rooyen back in 1995. Now, after 3 decades behind bars, Correctional Services says he will be under strict rules on parole. But as eNCA's Nobesuthu Hejana reports, the child's family are of course not happy at all with the release.
We are opposed to that decision, and that decision was not in the best interest of the victim's family.
The Van Rooyens do not support the release of Norman Afzal Simons. They say little was done to support them or the families of the 22 boys whose bodies were found in this bush in Mitchell's Plain between 1986 and 1994. The boys were said to be the victims of the Station Strangler. At the time, Simons was a grade 5 teacher here at Alpine Primary School. And community leaders who knew him then say he should be allowed a second chance in life.
So I believe that Norman needs to be given a chance. That from where I sit, I believe that he served his sentence and he should be given a chance to reintegrate into society. I believe also that Norman should also ask forgiveness for the trauma that he's put us through in Mitchell's Plain.
Simons will leave the Drakensberg prison on the 20th of July for Peru, where a community correctional services team will monitor him. They will visit 8 times a month, and his contact with children will be limited, but he will be allowed out for medical attention and to seek employment.
Should he breach his conditions, he will be back to prison. Correctional Services doesn't issue warrants. The only thing we do, we implement what the judges are saying and the magistrates. Therefore, for Norman, he will be with us. The only thing he can do when he's outside is to be a better citizen and be cooperative to the systems that will be available for him.
There's mixed emotions about the parole.
You don't actually know the reality of what the people has actually experienced. And when this thing came out into the news, you have no idea what it caused in the community. My children were little then. I am older. If I have the chance, I will slaughter that man because he took away the rights of our children.
The South African Human Rights Commission believes the then government failed the families of the boys whose deaths were never solved.
And for justice sake, there's no justice, but I do think that our government post-1994 should be and must engage and make sure that one way or the other there's justice for the parents, but for these young people that died a vicious death. And we don't know who did it, but it was dubbed victims of the Station Strangler. However, the Station Strangler at that time was only convicted for one person. So what about the others?
Correctional Services says the Peru and Strand communities will also be consulted before Simons' release. Nobesuthu Hejana, Cape Town.